Chapter 3. Arthur stood in front of his bedroom mirror, tossing a ball up and down in his mitt. His father stood in the hall to watch him. "Ready for your next practice, Arthur?" he asked. Arthur dropped the ball. Yes," he said. Mr. Reed stared into the room. "Is everything okay?" I guess. Practicing has been hard." "Really? Tell me about them." "I'm not very comfortable yet. The other day I was playing second base. I felt a sharp grounder, but I couldn't get out of my glove. It was like the ball was stuck with glue." "What did you do?" his father asked. "Well, that was I forced on a second, so I took off the glove and threw it to the shortstop, who was covering the bag." "It was the throwing time," Arthur sighed. The glove was, but the ball came out around the way and dribbled into the outfield. The runner ended up at third base. "What did the coach say?" asked Mr. Reed. "He said I was ingenious, very creative. He used words like that I love when I make a play." Mr. Reed sat down on the bed. "The coach had a good eye, Arthur. You just needed to give it a little time." Arthur wasn't too sure. Everyone else just seemed to so far ahead of me, and I felt funny asking for help about stuff that everybody else knows already. "Yes, well, most of them played last year and you didn't. Having a head start make a difference. I had kind of same thing happen to me." "You didn't?" His father nodded. "It was when I first got interested in cooking. Of course, I didn't know I wouldn't end up as a caterer. I just like experimenting with food. I was sick the first week and missed the class when the teacher explained how all the equipment worked. The next week, I was so shy to ask questions. I just pretend I know as much as everyone else." "Didn't work?" asked Arthur. His father smiled. "For a few minutes, but then he had to make salad dressing in a blender. Everyone else knew that the lid needed to be rocked a century way. I didn't. So when I turned it on," Arthur gasped. "You guessed it. The salad dressing ended up on everything and everyone else. It was quite a mess." "Did you get in trouble?" His father made a face. "For a moment, thought my life was over. The teacher was covered in goo. He shook his fist at me and goop dropping off his hand out the floor." Arthur's mouth dropped open. The room was perfectly still, and then he started to roast. "This," he said, "is a good example of what I was talking about last week." Arthur sighed. "So you survived." "Exactly. But I never tried to pretend I know what I was doing again, and you shouldn't either. Don't be afraid to ask for help or advice. You'll catch up soon enough."